kids, comics. So over here at Bronze Age Babe here, yakking about our comic book collection. And today, sitting down in the comic book room, enjoying the embers of a lovely fire. We'll see if the folks at YouTube think that's copyrighted. It'll be an experiment. So today, I'm doing a little haul video of some Beyond the Unknown books. I recently was pawing through one of these from my collection, and I realized how much I really like these old sci-fi stories, and so I went on the eBay and found a seller who had a pile of them in exactly the condition I like, which is low to mid, at a price point that is equally low to mid. And so I jumped on them. Now these books, everyone I'm sure knows this, but these books are all reprints of stories that were in other books in the 1950s and 60s. But that's okay because it's all new to me. The other reason that I really had my eye on these is because there's some Neil Adams covers that I didn't have. And here's one of them. I think what they did is have artists of this started in like 69 and went through I think about 72-ish, something like that. And the artists at DC kind of redid some of these covers to update them a little bit. And that's one of them. Here's Beyond the Unknown. I love the vibe of the aliens. You know, instead of green, let's go with a lovely orange. Another great DC vibe is, of course, gorillas. So I think, please, when in doubt, have a story about a gorilla. Love DC. Here's another one of those Neil Adams redrawn covers that is just so delightful. really, really like it. Now, I said that these were all reprints, and it is true with, as far as I know, the exception of these next two books. This is number 7, and there is, in addition to this marvelous Joe Kubert cover, there's also an original tale, The Earth Shall Not Die, and it's a 2-parter written by Denny O'Neil. And it's pretty darn good. My only beef with it is that it's a shame because it seems like it was a setup for what could have been a recurring series with 3 characters out there in space finding love and adventure, I guess. I think it just went nowhere. But that's cool. I love that cover, by the way. That is just, for those of you, I know Shannon did a video not long ago about his love of these 25-cent books, and I agree with him. And this reminds me of Planet of the Apes, that image of the Statue of Liberty. I have a lot of, if you've done me the great favor of watching my videos, you know I have a lot of superhero. I have mystery genre titles, I have my romance titles, and I really was lacking, I think, in the sci-fi specific category, and I'm thrilled to have these. I'm really enjoying digging through these old stories and to have them in the collection. Now, one of these books is a duplicate for me, and it's this one. This is number 11, and you may remember Prophetic, It's a Woman's World, a women's lib story of the future. This story, and a more beat-up copy of this than what I've got now, was the inaugural episode of my Women's Libbers from Space series, so I'm delighted to have a better copy of it for the collection. And finally, in this batch, I mean, come on, Richard Nixon. It's scientifically impossible that there could be a planet like Earth whose most famous leader is named Nixon. Now, I was thinking, wait a minute, this must be an original story, but it's not. They actually say this was originally published in 1956 and updated, so one assumes that this was, a Dwight Eisenhower kind of look-alike. Now, the other gem that I found in this book is a story called The Magic Typewriter. And it's about a lowly stenographer or typist, the girl in the office, who has seemingly magical powers. The story turns on its head over and over again, but the thing that struck me was with the glee with which she is talked about by her male colleagues as dumb. Leon, sometimes I just can't believe simple Sadie Smith is doing all this. She was always so dumb in the office. I mean, thank you. Thank you, DC. And it's one of the few stories I've found so far that actually has a woman at the center of it. Now, I haven't gone through all of these books, but this really was a lovely little treat. So, and it's from number 17. So there you go. There's a look at From Beyond the Unknown. Thanks so much for stopping by, and I'll see you next time.